Life shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yes. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. How are we? How are we? And how are we? And it's a good question to ask that. That's not just me being polite. That's not just me not knowing what to say. I'm a professional podcaster, for God's sake. I always know what to say. That is me saying, how are you? When was the last time you actually thought to yourself, how am I? How am I actually? How are we in ourselves? Now, you hear women say that to each other. How are you in yourself? And it's a good question, because more often than not, we don't actually think about these things. Now, through Join Up Dots, total game changer when I realised that the benefits of looking after yourself affect everything. And it's such a game changer. It's such a no-brainer that you wonder why you don't do it. But of course, I know why you don't do it, because you can think, oh, I ain't got time, or I don't really want to do it, or it's boring, or whatever. I've been there, people. I used to be Mr. If it was a bag of Doritos, I'd eat the whole thing. And I would just eat kind of crap stuff, just bits and bobs here and there, not really have proper meals. And I used to say to people, I go days without eating. I don't really need food. And that was because I hadn't really looked after myself, and my metabolism had kind of slowed down to the youthful metabolism of a child slug. I don't know if a child slug has but it doesn't seem like it's running around munching. I've never been at McDonald's, looked in the queue behind me, and there's a family of slugs waiting to get through the drive-through. But I want to just bring some really quick things that you can do, okay? And look, I'm not an expert. There's going to be people out there that know a lot more about this than me, but I just thought to myself, what I'm going to do is bring very quick episodes of Join Up Dots into the mix, just so that you can think, okay, yeah, I can do that. That's quite interesting. Now, the very first thing that I thought, what's really made a difference to me? Why am I so sexy now? And it's funny, because a lot of people, you might say, David, you're not. But a lot of people that I've connected with have said to me, wow, you look so much fresher face. You look so much this. Well, there's 4 or 5 things that have brought about that. But I think number one is benefits of drinking water. Now, yeah, I know tap water is boring and stuff, but actually, if you look at plants, if you look at everything, we all need water. And actually, our bodies are designed for water. We're designed to eat healthy, drink water. The caveman wasn't knocking back cans of Coke and Sprite and fizzy water and all the kind of things that we have. I once again, never seen a caveman in Starbucks. Never actually been into Starbucks myself. I'm not paying the price. I've seen the price. How can they charge that so much for a coffee? So anyhow, benefits of drinking water. Now, one of the first things that I have started doing is taking 2 glasses of water to bed with me. One, in case I get thirsty through the night. And the second one, because it sits there all night and it I can't even say it. It gets oxygen in it. Oxygenate. How do you say that word? Oxygenate. I don't know. I know in my head, but I can't actually say it. It develops oxygen through the night. And when you look at it the next morning, it's kind of got bubbles just floating around. You've actually put extra good stuff in there. And so that was the first little tip. First little water tip is to, if you go to bed with a glass of water, take a small glass so you don't have loads of wee-wees during the night, and also a pint of water that fills itself with oxygen. And the next morning, that's the very first thing that I do. And I drink it. And then I actually go to the extreme, but I have a 5-litre bottle of water that I carry up to Join Up Dots headquarter. And I drink that during the day. And by the end of the day, from sort of 8 o'clock in the morning to whenever I finish, normally about 3 o'clock, I would have drunk that 5 litres of water. Now, once again, you're going to say, "Oh, David, I can't do that. I'll be popping off to the old toilet all the time. I'll be having a look at my little pee-pee coming out 60 times a day." And at the beginning, you kind of do. You kind of think, "Oh, I can't put up with this." But after a while, I think your body must get used to the amount of water that you're drinking and decides that it doesn't need it to flush through. It's got enough to flush through you. It starts putting it back into your body. Now, I first discovered this many, many years ago. I was in the city of London and we used to go down and we used to drink every lunchtime. We used to go down, probably have 5 pints. It's shocking. 5 pints is a year's worth now for me, but every lunchtime we drink 5 pints of beer, and then we'd have, I don't know, another 6 or something in the evening, and then go again the next day. It was a drinking culture. And I decided I was going to knock it on the head for a bit and just drink water. So I started drinking water, and my skin, which has always been all right, even when I was, going through puberty and stuff, I didn't really have spots and stuff. It started to become all spotty and rashy and stuff, where the water was bringing out all the rubbish in my skin, and then it started to get glowy and look better. Now, I kind of stopped doing that because, as in all things, you go into a phase of going, "This is what I'm going to do, this is brilliant, this is going to make me good," and then it gets a bit boring, so you sort of go back to drinking beer and stuff. But now I've totally knocked alcohol on the head. I can't remember the last time I had a drop of alcohol, and I'm just drinking water, and water is making me feel glowy, and the wee situation doesn't really apply. I don't think I'm any worse now than I would have been just drinking normal. Your body kind of knows what to do with it. Okay, now what are the benefits of drinking water? Because it's not just looking good, there's so much. Now, one of the things is it helps carry nutrients and oxygen to your cells. Now, once again, I'm not an expert. I'm just reading these out, but it's interesting, okay? It also flushes bacteria from your bladder, yeah? Ever had cystitis? Now, I know women get cystitis a lot. I had it once. I went to the cinema and I drank a really large Dr. Pepper. And the next morning, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. You just felt like you'd never stopped. And I just need to go again, but nothing's coming out. Oh, I need to go again. It was dreadful. It was dreadful. Now, if you flush bacteria from your bladder, you just feel kind of healthier. And it does things for digestion. It prevents constipation because I suppose you've got more fluid in your body. It helps your nasty stuff to be a bit softer. It normalizes blood pressure. It stabilizes the heartbeat, cushions joints, protects organs and tissues. I could go on and on and on. But the benefits of drinking, 10 liters of water a day or whatever. Okay, probably if you drank 10 liters of water, you'd drown yourself. So just go maybe 4 pint glasses during a day, which is about 8 glasses normal. You'll glow, you'll feel more productive, migraines will be a thing of the past. You'll just be and feel better, okay? And I proved that because I'm feeling really great. Now, it's not just water that's done it. No, it's not. But through Join Up Darts, we are so focused on getting you guys to get the dream life. And we know 100% that the dream life doesn't come to you unless you kind of feel good for yourself. There's a yin and a yang. There's a balance. And people that are starting to create online businesses, the ones that are really doing well on it are the ones that are also kind of looking after themselves and becoming more focused and energized. And one of the simple ways of it all is to start drinking more water. So that's my first tip, and I'm going to be bringing some other tips into the mix of stuff that I've done or other people have done that can help you become healthier in the easiest way possible. Okay, so you can Google the benefits of drinking water. I mean, there's a lot of people looking for that information, so we know it deep down. But of course, yeah, it's much nicer to drink a nice cup of coffee and a nice cup of tea and all the other things. Water is a bit boring, but once you get past the boring stage and you actually think, bloody hell, I'm feeling pretty good on this, then it kicks in and you want to do more of it. And I think that is the problem with all kind of habits. You've got to get to the point where you're starting to feel the benefits, and then the habit is easy to maintain. It's when you're doing stuff and you're just going through the pain. But you can do it, people. So just take 2 glasses of water to bed, or whatever you want to do. Let one get oxygenate. What the hell is that word? Oxygenate. Oxygenate. I can't say it, but get it to fill with oxygen through the night. Drink that first thing in the morning, and you're going to feel good straight away. And then we can add to it. So look after yourself. Start drinking more water and start looking after yourself, because, you know, that really is how success starts to build. The more you focus in on yourself internally, the external stuff will naturally happen. I promise you, I'm not blowing smoke up your anus. It's true. And I am proving that to all the world. And that's why every time I go on Zoom, people go, oh, whatever you're doing, I should be doing that too. Too bloody right you should. Until next time, I will see you again. You look after yourself, and drop us a line. Tell us, you know, have you increased drinking water? I know most of you won't, because people can't be bothered to send an email on things like this. But if you do, I will respond to you, and we will raise a glass together, and you will feel better for yourself. Until next time, you look after yourselves, and I'll see you again. Cheers. Bye-bye.
David doesn't want you to become a faded version of the brilliant self you were once to become. So he's put together an amazing guide for you called the 8 Pieces of Advice that every successful entrepreneur practices, including the 2 that changed his life. Head over to joinupdots.com to download this amazing guide for free, and we'll see you tomorrow on Join Up Dots.